And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire. We're at the bottom of round 57. We have 5 decisions awaiting us. One of which is how to respond to that auction. New org.
Roger that.
We're not going to get a new org yet.
Roger that.
That's fine. Zone decisions. We like Fist.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
We don't actually want commerce, so we'll
Yes,
say
sir.
no
Roger
here to
that,
get more
sir.
opinion with them. The minimum bid is more credits than we have, so we're not doing that right now.
Yes, sir. We're definitely
Someone
taking
there.
gunfire. Run! Run! Run!
Which isn't super surprising at this point. With these guys got a pretty small zone, so everyone's everywhere. There's not much left in their zone. Trading wise, do we want to export stuff to try and have the money to participate in an auction? We got a glut of petrol, so let's try to sell some petrol off for that. Though I'm gonna do a really big bid with like 1,000.
Roger that.
Of course, it costs metal to expand the metal mine. Yeah. Oh, it only declined by 1. Oh, the unrest is gone. We still have a little bit of danger, but the unrest is gone. Okay. We do have a militia here, so let's actually start to pull the 3rd Infantry out of there. As we pull the 3rd Infantry out of there, it should actually lower the logistical requirements, which may allow us to start doing colonization again. But no guarantee on that. Anyway, we didn't have enough metal last turn for the organic furnace to continue at speed. Let's try to show a diplomat. One of first counselor.
Roger that.
And cabinet overview. So one of our advisors is attached to the Foreign Affairs Council, so this is the guy we want to play Shout Diplomat on.
Roger that.
Then we can try that offer of protection, which probably gonna fail. Most likely not going to critically fail.
Roger that.
Anyway, as expected, it failed. Gave it the old college try. I don't suppose there's any other ones we know about right now that would be worth proposals of peace with. Looking like a no. At least not that we know about right now. Well, not that we have the recon on right now. The other majors are expanding. On the other hand, do we have recon now on any majors that we were missing earlier? Yes. Okay, so open contact with that major, please. And I think we have embassies with other ones, yes. Pretty sure we have the non-aggression pact with the other ones. Multiple changes of them? Yeah. Oh no, the blue crowd played. Okay, so I think we're good for the turn. Let's cycle the turn. I have a heap of machines. Yes, I have a heap of machines. I don't have a way to make any except precisionally, so it's mostly looted from asset deposits as we move around the map. So because of that, they're fairly expensive to replace if I needed to replace them, which is why I'm not selling them off. And they're useful for building stuff, so as we're trying to build up, I want to hold on to them. Round 58, we have 7 decisions. Okay, so we failed, someone else went higher than 1,000. Can I go there? Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think there's probably not a lot more we can take off these guys. I say I have to take a little bit more off of them. That was bound to eventually happen. With them hiding in the forest. Okay, so obviously I need to extend the road. The road needs to be extended. Which right now isn't too much of a problem, because we do have a bunch of industrial capacity. Obviously driving it through the middle of the swamp is a bad idea. So we run it south this one. And we don't want to run it through the mountain, so yeah, it's probably the best side of the road that we can do. Seal the road? Yeah. Seal that southern portion of the road. I'm assuming we now have capacity to deploy colonists. How many is maybe a different question. This is the bureaucratic center, and I wish there was an easy way to check how many when our worker shortage was. So it's 450, 4,500 before we add the bureaucratic office, which is another 2,200. 600 and 6,700, so about 600 more. Oh wait, it's not getting that many, it's getting 500. That's fair. Same here, but that was all the capacity we had. Okay. We'll probably get more as, again, as these guys march south. Well, actually, it looks like one of the reasons we don't have a lot is these guys finally got their replacements. Now comes that, okay, the organic furnace will be done next turn. We'll start saving up some more metal. As well as trying to get this zone, or not this zone, this zone to expand one step. The governor's a little... Oh, the governor doesn't like commerce, so let's try to improve his opinion a bit. He's a governor, so giving him things like the Medal of Merit is both raises his opinion and makes him better. So no reason not to do that. We'll give him commerce gift as well. No, that didn't work.
Roger that.
Alright, got him decent happiness. It's a bit expensive to do that, but I hope it'll pay off in the midterm. You want a personal guard. We're meritocracy, so I don't want to gain autocracy. So as much as I don't want to gain mind, we'll gain a little bit of mind here.
Roger that.
Stress the need for more production. Oh, I'm out of political power. I'm out of political power. So in this situation, when you don't have political power, I think most of these then end up getting decided by your secretary. So we don't know how the secretary is going to rule on these. But he's going to get the decision. Well, otherwise everything else is going well for the turn. We still only have the one known metal deposit. Prospecting, where we think there's oil. And there's an unknown type. That's it. Okay. I suppose this is probably actually a good time to take a look at the victory overview. So we're Steel Land. Technically, at the beginning of the first stream, we were in first because we started, for whatever reason, we started with more population than everyone else. We haven't been able to hold there. We have fallen a little bit behind. Brunderstein and the Commune, which is the guys we're next to, have rocketed off to first and second. They're nowhere in risk of actually winning. And maybe at some point we'll do something at the Commune, because the Commune is a fairly vulnerable target to us. But yeah, we're sitting at about 8.3% victory score. We have about 1/10 of the population of the planet under our control. And yeah, so we're definitely not the biggest, but we're not the smallest. Apparently one of the majors has just died. We've already basically got a casualty, so we're in fourth. So we're not the smallest. Depending on how you do the metrics, can't do anything with political power wise. So we'll roll the turn. And one of the Twitch chatters is saying I've got a pretty good encirclement going on. Yeah, on the case of the nomads, where we've basically got the nomads to like us as much as we can, they're pretty well encircled. I don't necessarily know how, because those are also some pretty big nomad units. I don't know how easy it will be to crunch that all in one turn. Doubly so because we don't have any. Well, we have one partial unit of galactic removal tanks, so we don't have any good assault units. We got lots of guys with rifles. That's about it. But yeah, we are in a position where when we do declare on them, we'll be dictating the flow of that combat. We have 6 decisions. When we finish the university, which will be one of them. Finished developing the artillery will be one of them. Auction will be one of them. So I suppose if I go to Decision Archive. Yeah, so these are the 4 decisions that I wasn't able to pick. So they got deleted to the secretary. Secretary said, nope, we're not giving the IP. Has the emergency. No, we can't spare the resources, which makes sense. I don't have the political power to spare the resources. Ignore the protesters, and ignore the protesters. Okay, so that's not super great, but we can work with that. We are meritocratic, so we're going to run the meritocracy here. Click the opinion hat.
Roger that. Roger that.
If I wanted more machines, we don't really have the metal for it right now. If I wanted more machines, I could do heavy industry. We'll hold off and we'll work on more population growth. Such. Probably don't have the metal to run artillery or light tanks. What do we have in the discovery pool for models? What types? There we go. Bazookas, APCs, and mechanized artillery. None of them that I'm really that worried about. So let's actually develop the tank. We're not going to build any, but we'll develop one. Biggest howitzer available. Right now we're against mostly non-aligned sort of faction groups, so we'll do a little bit of armor, not maximum armor, maximum engine, which is something we're probably not going to be able to afford, so we're not going to be deploying those anytime soon.
Roger
We
that.
don't like commerce, so we'll take that option. And yeah, we'll make a bid here. I don't think we're going to win the bid.
Roger that.
Okay, colonists. We can deploy some colonists. Okay, so I think the workers have fully deployed, so it's really just building up the civilian population at this point. Now we can even deploy.
Yes, sir.
Basically what we recruited for the turn. Okay. I tend to like my civilian populations and zones to be 3 times the worker population, if I can get it. So these zones do want more people in them. Oh wait, we did finish the organic furnace upgrade there. So we probably want to... Well, we also want to grow the city big enough that we can upgrade the level 2, so we're going to upgrade the mine. So we'll probably try to get 25,000 people in that zone if we can. And I think we're closing in on probably wanting to declare war on the Sorption territory down here. I already know these guys are at war with Bielzer's commune. So being able to jump on them is, I think, a good thing to do.
Roger that. Roger that. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's our political power spent. So I think that's going to be the turn. Let's cycle the turn. Actually, before we cycle the turn, what's the market looking like? We're gonna need decent petrol, so let's sell the petrol for some money.
Affirmative.
Build up our cash reserves a little. I think the rest is not worth selling at the moment. And we'll cycle later. And we can see that the nomads here are definitely fighting the major pretty hard. So that was a nomad attack that we saw on one of the major's cities. Granted, I think the major city that they were attacking was not one of the major's main cities. I think it was like Falmouth Istar. It was one of the places they took over. Okay, and yeah, 600 credits was not enough to buy the shares, which was kind of predictable. Yeah, we're ending up a little thin again, which I suppose the approaching brigade will help with. It's gonna take a while to march into position. Probably once that brigade arrives, and that will take a couple turns. In fact, will probably be next stream. When that brigade arrives next stream, we'll probably declare war on Sorption territory here. Sorption territory. And probably due to them already being weakened due to fighting the other major, we'll probably just sort of steamroll the last pockets of resistance. Okay, waiting for metal to pile up. Colonists. We do want to deploy colonists as workers. Finish as many as we can there. Trying to build up the zone's population. Can we play colonists there? Yes. Again,
Yes, sir.
as much as we have logistics, deploy colonists. We have a decision. I'm going to buy IP. No, I'm not interested in selling my IP. Because I got things I want to build. Granted, the things I want to build right now are being delayed due to metal shortages, but that'll hopefully pass. And to be fair, we also probably need to upgrade the roads. The perpetual need to build bigger and better roads. No, seal that road. And probably seal that road network on the next turn. I suppose after I decide what we're doing, our political power is what we're going to do. Embassy. Can we get an embassy on the person we now got contact with? Yes.
Roger that.
So we have free trade with the other two. Yeah. For the fact that usually with most of the majors I declare relations with, I deploy free trade on them is one of the reasons I tend not to care too much for tariff rules. Now, if you're wondering why I have the tariff set to 0 on the Interior Council, because I tend to do free trade on everyone. Okay, so 5% negative 5% chance of success, but that's without a Shadow Diplomat attached. So let's attach a Shadow Diplomat to our Foreign Affairs Counselor.
Roger that.
And then that gets offer protection to 160, so that's got a decent probability of success.
Roger that.
And it did succeed, so Moon Kron Clan is now under our protection. That's the guys right across the water from here. They have a city somewhere. Because they're under our protection, they'll slowly tell us where that city presumably is. And then we'll probably slowly move to try to integrate them and set up some sort of sea trade route over to the city. Not a major rush, right? Though. Okay, let's cycle the turn. Suffered no losses nor made any kills. Have 5 decisions. FX's count with recon on it is higher than what we requested, so we completed our demand without even trying to, which is good because I wasn't paying attention to trying to get it done. So yeah, there's their city. That's how we got the recon. Is having the protector relationship with these guys gave us a recon on their entire city, entire zone. Okay, and they're not going to be easy to offer client state to, apparently. Which does mean unification is going to be a pain. 3D 100 versus a D100 plus 89 on us right now. Bureaucratic levels reach 7. If we have 6, so it's only building 1. That's not too hard. Let's accept that. I think I can do that.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
We like meritocracy. Our skin is thick enough to take some jokes. Nomad traders are offering us more ammo. We'll accept. They're not asking for sort of price for it. So. Oh, good to see our zone is generating more oil for us. Truck station. How's the zone looking? Okay, the workers are a little unhappy. They'd like the quality of life to be better in the zone, if possible. Don't think I've gotten lucky enough to pull more cards, no. I do have the political power, so let's go ahead and play a private investment here. This will help get the civilian sector going. Not that... Okay, we reduced the debt by 500. Okay, that's not going to help a lot. It's a step in the right direction, but it's not enough.
Yes, sir.
Okay, almost there with getting that one to level 2. Construction-wise, it's not what I wanted to do. But it's what we're going to do, which is we can build that bigger office here.
Understood.
I was going to save up the metal for building the metal mine, but we're not going to wait that long because we have a quest to do something with bureaucratic assets. Yep, I think everything else is going well. Do I have surplus industry? Vaguely, yes. We'll focus on sealing the existing roads and not building new ones. So we'll wait until these two get applied. I don't think we're going to be able to take over the Hex perk there. So we'll probably build the road from here to here instead of via that Hex perk. We get a little bit lucky. The Major will deal with the guy on that Hex, so we can free these guys up to go westward. Because we've been doing all of this, apparently, without having to actually officially end up in a state of war with the nomads, so that's the reason I'm not depleting the Hex myself. We are going to declare probably soon. It'll probably be early next stream. Gonna play one, maybe 2 more turns in this stream. And we can see the local wildlife is giving, I think that's the local life, giving the Major a problem. Suffer no losses, nor made kills, and we have 5 decisions. Gaining play friendship. Where was that? Yep, non-aligned forces, so I think that was this over here, what we saw. Smidge of. Oh, and the bureaucrat office was delayed a little bit. Oh, because it cost. We didn't have a little metal. That makes sense. That makes sense. We didn't have a little metal. Don't need any replacements because no one's fighting. That counts as fine. The ruins in 6852 should be captured. 6852, yeah. Yeah, I agree. We should be trying to take that ruins over. 71. That's 9 turns in the future. I think that is plausible, so we will accept that motion. Economic Council focusing on research. Do I want to balance or keep the bias? I think I'm actually wanting to swap back to a balanced state. We're getting pretty close on getting the basic techs we want. We've already discovered the basic techs we want, right? Whereas I do want to discover hydroponics. I do want to discover vidcom, broadcasting, and housing. So the easiest way to do that is check, check, check. And we'll slip back to balance on the discovery research. A little research down a bit, but not too much. Worker strike. As much as I want to stick to meritocracy, if it's a choice between autocracy and democracy, we go democracy in that scenario because we want to be meritocratic. And democrats are offering us ammo. We will accept. And we have a decent amount of heat power. So one risk with potentially integrating these guys is if they integrate, then we're gonna have to set up a transit line right away. Alright, it's gonna be very unpredictable integration with them, but we're gonna roll, and we get lucky on the first roll and they accept.
Affirmative.
Okay, so we're gonna try to set up a transport contact from our capital to Mooncron here. And we'll do that at the beginning of next stream. So is there anything else I want to do on this stream before I end? Well, actually, let's go take a look at the Victor State. So Victor State, we're still in 4th. Apparently Mooncron... Oh, well, actually, this probably hasn't updated. So we'll have to take a look at the beginning of the next one. This probably hasn't updated yet to reflect how much Mooncron has just caused us to grow, I'm thinking. It may have updated, but I don't think it has. I think this is the report from the beginning of the turn, not the end of the turn. So, beginning of the turn, we were apparently in 4th, which I think we were a little bit earlier in the stream, or earlier in the part where we were checking. Hopefully with Mooncron in here, we've gained enough population that we've maybe jumped a rung, and now we're maybe in 3rd. I think we actually have... Do we have diplomatic contact with all the majors? Or most of the majors. So we have Zanfall, we have Basilisk Commune, we have Brunderstorm. So apparently the only person we don't know about is the person who's alive but doing poorly. So we know basically about our competition. We know where the competition is. In some degree that means we know how to punch the competition. Right? So we know where these guys are, we can punch them if we need to. It would have to be a naval landing to go against Brunderstein, which is probably why they're in the lead to the degree that they are, is because they've probably just overrun everything on our continent. Xenofel is trying to overrun the stuff on the continent that haven't been quite as successful, I think. And then we share a continent with Brazos Commune, which is why they're... Well, apparently they've got most of the population on the continent, so maybe we might want to take a swing at them just to take their population from them. Colonies are coming along well. Have we played the colonists for the turn? I think we have. Yeah. Either that or we didn't have any to play. Yeah, we don't have any spare logistics. There or there. We'll probably put in some more colonies once we finish dealing with the nomads. Depending upon what deposits we find with our archaeological work, or prospecting work. Whether it's taking advantage of petrol wells or rare earth metals or whatever. So I think the game's going well. We've definitely made some progress during the stream. We've taken over Falmouth. We've got the colonies set up. We're still trying to get the colonists to the colonies. We're having that sort of problems, but that's minor problems. I think we are, at this point, shipping colonists faster than we're generating them from the capital, because we're recruiting about 1,000 a turn from the capital. Which is causing the capital to shrink. It is slowing the capital's growth down. But for the moment, I think that's fine. And then we've got this nice going here on pushing into the territory of the nomads. So if we can take over these, well, in this case, this is the first. So the nomad, we defeated one nomad. We're taking territory from a nomad that the other major is at war with. We're trying to grab Rotor territory. We stand on almost the perfect position to start a war with this nomad, where we can sort of very quickly, sort of in detail, break up the pockets, crush the pockets. Really all we're missing is like another brigade down here, a little bit better supply in the south. Okay, we do have the ability to do the road up like so. Well, when we have the industry. I did connect the road, so that should help get supplies up and around. We're trying to go around the map and always the supplies. Yeah, so when we deal with the 2 pockets down here, because we're sort of in a race with the major for taking this territory. Once we take that set of territory over, we'll flip over, probably finish off this nomads, which sadly will cost us the friendly supply of ammunition being delivered every couple of turns. But yeah, we'll take out that nomad. And then we'll be contemplating how we're going to do either naval expansion, example for taking over places like Mooncron over here, and or taking swings against Brazier's commune. Apparently Brazier's commune has like a quarter of the planet's population, so we might want to move against them either way just because of their population. Though they're interesting, they do have an island. In fact, it looks like they started on the island. Because Brazier's, which is the city they're named after, is on the island. So they somehow... Well, they're probably better at me than doing stuff with the merchant houses. So they probably got off their island pretty quickly. How? I'm not 100% sure, but they got off the island quickly. So we could probably take over everything that isn't on their home island. Landing the home island is probably going to be a pain. To be fair, landing the home island is probably going to be a pain. I got a couple nice harbors over there as well. Makeshift port, regular port, private port. Yeah, got some nice harbors over there. We got some decent ports over here. But yeah, I hope whether you've been watching on YouTube or Twitch that you've been enjoying it. This is where I'm going to go ahead and end this part and this stream. So until the next part or the next stream, wish you all best luck and a good time. If you have any questions for me now on the stream, now's a good time to ask them. If you have any questions on YouTube, feel free to leave them in the comments. I do try to answer most of the questions in the comments. As far as schedule goes, I am recording effectively on a 4-day cycle where I swap games every night. This will come back up 4 days from now, unless there's a delay due to my birthday. So I think my birthday's on the 15th. So I'm thinking I'm going to stream on the 15th, but I'm not sure. So if I do skip streaming on the 15th, that obviously will delay everything a day. But otherwise, this will be 4 days from now. So until the next stream, and to be fair, I think if you're watching this on YouTube, this will be after the 15th, because I record 4 parts. Well, 4 or 5 parts every session, so... Well, because it's 2 in the morning, it's the 13th now, but we've already got the part for the 13th uploaded. Add 4 parts, this will probably go up on the 17th. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it's probably the 17th. If you're watching this on Twitch, it's the 13th, or you're watching the After Action VOD. Okay, so with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Until the next part or the next stream, bye for now.